Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be doing a different kind of swipe today that I've done a few times. Maybe you've seen it, maybe you haven't, but I put a set of colors on this side and then a set of different colors on this side, and then some swipes I swipe this way and some swipes I swipe that way. So you have a couple different looks on the same canvas. I've got this really pretty blue. This is Payne's Gray mixed with, I'm not altogether sure what it's mixed with. Payne's Gray is beautiful. It mixes so well with just about anything. I've mixed it with gold. I've mixed it with silver. It just mixes beautifully. And it is a very strong pigment, but it's a transparent pigment. So when you mix it, the other color comes through very, very well, very nicely. Okay, so that should be, let's add just a little bit more because we have to get it, when we swipe this way, we need it to come to about here before we run out of paint. So this swipe does take more paint than an average swipe because the way I do it, there's a big gap in the colors. So you do have, you do need some, a good amount of paint to get down. Does that make sense? Gosh, I just rambled all those words. Okay, so for this side I have white, purple, and this super pretty color shift. This is Folk Art. Let's do this quickly so that color shift in these color shift ones are the hardest to read. Blue Flash. I'm going to start with the white, I think. My white is probably a little bit thicker than the others. My white sometimes is. No, yeah, that actually looks pretty thick. It's okay. Got this purple. I don't usually worry too much about the order of the colors with this swipe because they are going to go quite a distance compared to, you know, a swipe where you have colors all the way through. I really love this color shift. So if you're thinking, wow, she just put a lot of that down, you're right. I put a lot of that down. Because I like it. I like it. I like it. Okay, so I have these pieces of plastic. These are just like page protectors cut, and I'm just gonna use these. I really like these. This one in particular has a shiny side and a dull side, and this was like, it was like folded over. It's something that you'd put a page in. I don't even know if they still make them. They probably do. I don't frequent Staples anymore, but this was in my mom's stuff when she retired from teaching. So, but they wipe off really well, and they just, they, instead of dragging the paint, they kind of glide over the paint, and I really like how they do with swipes. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to swipe this way because this one doesn't drag paint. See, we're going to get it all the way into those other colors. Oops, we got a little bit where it got a little bit dry, but that's okay because I'm going to go, so I'm just going to go up a little bit and pull through. And because I went up a little bit and then pulled through and that paint was pretty much done, we didn't get a swipe from one to the other, which is really, really interesting. When I swipe this way right in here, you're going to see it swipe over because there's less of a space. So you can kind of control where they meet by having more space, less space, more paint, or less paint. It's really up to you, and it's really fun. I'm going to get as much paint of this as I can off of it because I don't want to transfer. And I'm going to start at this end and go this way, and then I can decide what I want to do in the middle. That paint kind of settle. Come on, white, do your thing. Well, we may have that white a little too thick. I'll use my torch here in just a minute. Otherwise, I'll swipe over it again somehow. All right, but you see how much paint was here and how that really went over it as opposed to having it has a more subtle effect. And if you don't like that, it is fixable. Come on, white. No. That's all right. I might do a little mini swipe. We'll see. Let's see what happens. Okay, I kind of like this over here, so I'm going to go over it. Let's use a smaller piece of plastic. Where'd they go? The only problem with these things, using this as a swipe tool, is when you put them down, they're really hard to see. Okay, so what I'm going to do, oh, you know what I'm going to do? Can you see this? Yes, you can. See how there's some paint right here? I'm going to dip into that. I'm going to wipe some of it off, and then I'm going to go just kind of right in here. I don't necessarily want to cover all of that white. And then kind of go into here a little bit. There. It did make that line a little bit harsher. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tilt. No, I'm not going to tilt yet because we have this middle part to do. Okay. So because of that way that white is, I kind of like going this way better. And we're gonna pull this through this way. I kind of like the way that looks since that white is so thick. And you see these colors pulled through all the way, whereas they didn't right there. And I'm thinking about actually going that way. Let's do this way here. I'm just gonna dip into some of that paint though, so that this white doesn't totally take over. And I'm gonna go this way and then this way. That way that white doesn't just have the final say. And we've got a little bit of bare spot. That's okay, I'll fix that. Usually there's a lot of paint here. So let's pull. There we go. And I'm just going to, let me look at this. I'm going to tilt a little bit this way to break up some of those harsher lines. I'm not loving this right at the moment. I love this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my plastic again and I'm going to start about here. And I'm going to go this way. Pull some of that back into here. Oh, that white is just wanting to really rule the day. Oh, you know what I'll do? I'm going to take this. I'm dunking it in the blue. So we have a little bit of blue. Let's just start here. I'm going to pull through here. There we go. And you can see there's a lot of different looks in different places. And I'm going to use a straw because my hair is down. I'm just going to soften these edges a little bit. I think had we had more of this, it might have merged a little better. But the goal really is just to soften the separation of the two. And the fun thing about this is it doesn't have to be one and done, and that's kind of cool. Got this little area that's all blue. I'm going to tilt this way just a little bit again. Whoa, I don't want it to slip out of my hands. Just to bring some of those colors in just a little bit further. There, I love that. I don't want to mess with that. Let's do a little bit of that. Okay. And then I'll top coat the edges. I do want to show you. Ooh, is that out of camera? Sorry. So there you go. With that swipe. And then this is really easy. The best part of swipe, not the best part. So I'm going to touch up the edges a little bit, and I'm just going to dip into this overflow and kind of touch them up, because with swiping, there's usually, because you're not tilting as much, some bare sides. And there we have it. Let me know what you think. It's kind of a fun, different thing. And if you try one, definitely share it in my Facebook group or on my Facebook page. The links are in the description bar. The Facebook group is called Paint Pouring Fanatics. Love to see you there. If you're already in there, say hi, and we will see you next time, guys. Happy pouring.